last 2 years I have 2 Kineo awards. I guess that's the true justification that all my movies have the important subject matter, which is the human rights and humanity. And I think for me as the filmmaker to say I'm doing movies about human rights and humanity is to label myself. But when a prestigious Italian award specifically covering this topic, recognizing the importance of your work in this subject, that means a lot. Specifically, that movie is still not been premiered and I already receiving this award that brings attention to the movie and justifies the key topic of today's world, human rights, humanity. I think we lost humanity in today's world when we are too much busy in our lives and we're still trying to recover from pandemic. And pandemic happening almost every day today. We just recovered from one COVID into another COVID. Right now we're talking about monkeypox and who knows what is next. And the world trying to balance itself between all this madness, science, how to prevent this, and at the same time to try to find the ways how to reestablish our lives, normalize our lives on a new normal and continue our lives like it was before, which is almost not possible. So I think the important subject of humanity and human rights is specifically important. And having recognition of Kineo, who for 20 years been a partner to the most prestigious festival of the world, the Venice Film Festival, and having their recognition for my last 2 projects means a lot to me, because this just proves, not from my side, but from the side of the prestigious jury and professionals that specializing in all these matters, that all my work is deserves this recognition and talks specifically about human rights and humanity. I think for me as a filmmaker, like anybody else, it's important to bring attention to the subject matters, to bring the spotlight, and at the same time cause the reaction of the audience, of the human society of the world, to bring the change. To bring the change to the people who are suffering, to educate people why Syrian refugees live in their countries. It's not because they are looking for the benefit of European Union, but they are trying to survive the war. And specifically taking my audience, for example, in Winter on Fire or Christ from Syria, or Francesco, or today, world premiere of Freedom on Fire, taking the audience deep into the trenches of the war, or in Syria or in Ukraine, taking the audience into the grounds of Cox's Bazar, where we can see struggling Rohingya refugees, or people who are fleeing from Africa into Lampedusa, taking my audience into the situations of the conflict zones, or into the shelters where families of the people who fleeing the violence in Latin America, separated on the US-Mexican border. I think that's important, because I'm bringing the voices of voiceless through the big platform of Hollywood. I'm allowing the audience to learn about things that they sometimes not aware, or seeing glimpse on the media and then forgetting about this. I'm allowing to create a comprehensive story through my storytelling and then educate audience about that. Cause them to feel the same pain that I'm feeling when I'm there in these places, and rethink their thoughts, rethink their actions, and try to find the ways how they can connect to one story, another story, and do something. Because I always offering some kind of a call for action solution. I can't resolve the wars, but at least I'm giving options of what can be done in the present situation for each and every person who finding themselves willingness to do something, to save this world for the future generation of their own kids. We all have kids, and we all want a better future. We all want to still live on this planet with the green leaves, green trees, clean water, and live happy, not under the bombings where I just was. not where we're losing our relatives or friends, where we're burying them next day and the day before they went to fight for our homeland. So I think we all want to live in peace. We all want to enjoy our lives with the friends and the loved ones. So I think it is important to preserve this planet, and that's what I'm trying to cause with my movies. Each of my movies try to emphasize different ways, and majority of my movies we immediately launch in the impact campaigns. I'm also, in my last movie, Francesco, we even launched school curriculum that was developed with the team of the teachers in the United States, and even Pope Francis was involved in the creation of curriculum, which was amazing. And right now, the school program, as much as it sounds that, okay, Pope Francis and the Catholic Church, no, he is a great human rights activist himself, and I think for him, not putting labels on the people and not framing people or by religion or by color of the skin or by sexual orientation, but just to see all humanity together and trying to bring all humanity together, united. That's why on 2020, in the middle of pandemic, I think it was 3rd of October 2020, yes, on Assisi he signed his latest encyclical Fratelli Tutti, we all brothers. I think he trying to unite this world. He trying to educate the world. He signed, I think, last year, 2 important documents in Vatican with all faith leaders of the world from every faith. They signed one big document where faith supporting science, which is unpredicted, but it's something important for this world, where we can see that for the first time every religion of the world supporting science in order to fight and combat climate change. And the second important document was the same faith leaders signed intact education. I think we really need to educate the world. I'm really happy to be here today where you guys educating future activists on human rights about what is activism, how to bring this hope and this change to the world. And it's important. It's really important because with our dreams, with our determination, with our ability to see bigger picture and the hope for humanity, the world not will be sustained and continue growing in a peaceful way. So it's important to continue what you're doing, and it's important to follow our hearts and believe in a future for next generation, because we want to preserve this home. We want to preserve this home for our one big, huge family, world family of people from different races, different colors, skin, different sexual orientations, but we all one big family. And that's what is important, that we all even and we all can achieve something together. Maidan, Vinci on Fire, proved it. You had people from different generations, different social classes, rich and poor. You had almost every clergy leader, every religious leader there on Maidan, without pushing people into their face, but supporting people. And this unique unity proved something unique, that the community, world community, vibrant in all these rich, poor, different generations and different religious views, can all be together and achieve the goal. And I think Maidan movie is the greatest example that it's working, that it's possible. It's not utopia when you're saying this thing. That's the given that it's possible to achieve. And I think that's what we need to try to build in our human home.